Here we are already at our 7th session together. And it was at this very time in my Burdens to Blessings journey when I knew that God was calling me to do something with my burden that I didn't even think was humanly possible. And as it turns out, it wasn't, at least not in the way I was thinking. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Strengthen Your Walk, Burdens to Blessings. Based on my curriculum, Burdens to Blessings, discover the power of your story. It was right here in my journey, after sitting with my burden and going through the 8 principles we discussed last time from Jeremiah 6:16 and Hebrews 12:1, that I knew my next step was to forgive. And not only forgive, but forget. But seriously, I wondered, can a human mind actually forget something? Is that even possible? Well, it is, but forgetting means more than what we think. But let's pause for a minute and let me ask you about your results from last time. Are you by chance being asked to forgive someone? I only ask because that's the outcome for many. Because it's difficult to talk about our hurts and devastations, abuses, or lost dreams and not see someone who is standing there attached to them. And so for many, forgiveness becomes the natural next step. For me, it was with my mom. It's ironic that she was not the initiator of most of my hurt, but my misdirected anger accused her. And at this point in my journey, God was telling me that in order to move on, I must be set free by forgiving and forgetting. Forgiving involves a decision to let go of the resentment and release the offense with no claim to revenge. Jesus commands us to forgive in Matthew 18:21 through 22. It's important to remember that forgiving does not mean excusing or ignoring what someone did or said to you. Rather, loving forgiveness involves extending an attitude of grace, just as God has extended to us. Because this is so very important, I'm going to share a few principles that can help you work through the process of forgiveness so you can know this freedom in your life. First, acknowledge what needs to be forgiven. Think about the pain. Remember when we wrote out our hurts? Next, imagine being the one in need of forgiveness. And then remember God's forgiveness. Reminding ourselves of the debt that God forgave us in Christ when we certainly didn't deserve it, it can help us to forgive others, don't you think? Then reflect on our biblical command to forgive, and then begin to let go of the hurt. Now, this is where the forgetting comes in. Forgetting doesn't mean to strip away the event from our minds, but to strip away the event from shame, guilt, and regret. God doesn't intend for what happened to be removed from our mind. He means for us to get out of the mire so we can move on. He has plans for what we have been through. Remember, our healed pain becomes our voice of hope. So then we continue to forgive and remember to forget. And finally, sometimes God will ask us to put action to our forgiveness. How is God asking you to show outwardly the forgiveness that is happening inwardly? Ask Him. He will show you. Forgiveness is a serious decision that you will make over and over again. The process to forgive and the actions to show that forgiveness is needed to release you into the future God has planned just for you.